Number line muddle. Some of the numbers on this number line have been marked in a wrong place. Put the numbers in the correct place on your own number line. When you check here, the number 5 has been wrongly placed because the number 5 need to be between 0 and 10 because 5 is the midpoint, right? In the same way, 18 is also been wrongly placed. It is supposed to come before 20. 45 has been wrongly placed because it is a midpoint between 40 and 50. The number 95 has been placed between 50 and 60, which is wrong. It is a midpoint between 90 and 100. The number 79 has been placed between 60 and 70, which is wrong. It should come before 80. Now, do place all these numbers on this number line in the correct position, and also you can work out for few more numbers and extend the number line to 200. Do create your number line up to 200 and mark these numbers on it. Rounding. Rounding to the nearest 10 means giving the closest tens number. Numbers ending in less than 5 are rounded down. Over here is a number line. When you get a number ending with less than 5, it is rounded down. The numbers ending in 5 or more is rounded up. Over here, when you take a number 15, it should be rounded to 20 because it is 5 and more than 5. But when you pick a number 13, it has to be rounded down because it is closer to 10. Similarly, when I ask you to round a number 18, it has to be rounded to 20 because if it is 5 or more than 5, it has to be rounded up. When it is less than 5, it has to be rounded down. Now, let's work for the other numbers. Now, let's round these numbers to nearest 10. Let's pick the number 1 first. We know that 1 comes between 0 and 10. It is lesser than 5. So, it should be rounded down to 0. 69 comes between 60 and 70 and the last number is 9, which is greater than 5. So, it should be rounded up to 70. 22 comes between the two decade numbers 20 and 30. The last number is 2, which is lesser than 5. So, it should be rounded to 20. 34 comes between 30 and 40. The last number ends with 4, which is lesser than 5. So, it should be rounded down to 30. 48 comes between 40 and 50. The last number is 8, which is greater than 5. So, it should be rounded up to 50. 9 comes between 0 and 10. It is greater than 5. So, it should be rounded to 10. 63 comes between 60 and 70. The last number ends with 3. So, it should be rounded down to 60. 94 comes between 90 and 100. And the last digit is 4, which is lesser than 5. So, it needs to be rounded to 90. My last number is 95. Where are we supposed to round it? The rule says when the number, that is the last number, is 5 or more than 5, it needs to be rounded up. So, we are supposed to round 95 to 100, not to 90, because it is having 5 as the last number. Now, let's check what the numbers have been rounded to. 0, 70, 20, 30, 50, 10, 60, 90, 100. What decade number is missing over here? Let's have a check at it. We'll start from 0. 0, 10, 20, 30. So we don't have a 40. So the missing decade number is 40. Let's move further. 50, 60, 70, and there is no 80 over here. We have 90 and 100. So the two of the missing decade numbers are 40 and 80.